Chapter 6259. Nate didn't know at this time that Jimmy had already made other plans. Although he was reluctant to give up the 200,000 shares of options, he could only grit his teeth and agree when he thought that the Rothschild family, a behemoth, was standing behind Jimmy. He said, "Okay. 200,000 shares is 200,000 shares. 200,000 shares of options and $12 million per year is relatively safe. As our business not only improves, the annual dividend amount will definitely increase further. Jimmy, your future at Ellis Law Firm is limitless." Although Nate made this decision with the belief of a hero cutting off his arm, Jimmy frowned again at this time. Because after a simple calculation, Jimmy came to the conclusion that he now needs more cash than options. Options are more like a bet. Betting on whether the company's future development will be vigorous. If the company develops rapidly, options worth $1 million today may be worth tens of millions or even more next year. But if the company starts to go downhill, the options worth $1 million today may only be exercised at a price of $100,000 or even lower next year. The board members present all felt that the future development of Ellis Law Firm would be rapid. Not only because they had the best team and the greatest reputation in the United States, but also because one of their biggest competitors, Smith Law Firm, had already shifted its focus to China. Although they did not give up their business in the United States, their main focus had shifted, and the total amount of their business in the United States had naturally declined to a certain extent. These were all growth points for Ellis Law Firm. But Jimmy knew very well that when he left here with 10 backbones, Ellis Law Firm would inevitably enter a period of rapid decline. In this case, what options would he need? Of course, cash was the safest choice. So he said, "I am a short-sighted person. When my eldest brother and my eldest sister-in-law founded Smith Law Firm, they offered to give me 30% of the shares so that I could join and start a business with them. I felt that the failure rate of starting a business was high and it was not as safe as getting paid monthly for a job. So I did not agree. Now that you are giving me options, I still feel that it is not as safe as cash." After that, he said, "How about this, we still sign a 10-year agreement. But I don't want any options, and I will return all the options I was given before." Didn't Nate just say that these 200,000 options can be distributed to at least $12 million a year? And will be distributed more and more in the future? How about this, I will return these 200,000 options to you. And in the next 10 years, you only need to discount to me $10 million every year. Even if the company's performance gets better and better in the future. And the 200,000 options can be distributed to 20 million or even more every year. I will not regret it and come to you to change the agreement. In the next 10 years, I only want cash. When Nate heard this, his expression was a little surprised at first, but soon returned to normal. He knew Jimmy's character. To put it nicely, he was cautious, and to put it bluntly, he was stingy. In Chinese mythology, one can find a prototype that is almost identical to him, that is Pixiu. In other words, this person always has money in his pocket and never out. Although he was already a senior partner in the law firm, he was always unwilling to spend money to subscribe to even one option. Generally speaking, in addition to board incentives, partners can also obtain options through board sales. Most of the time, they give a part and then sell a part, which can also allow partners to participate with money. Once they really pay, they will truly regard themselves as part of the law firm and work harder.